Hey everyone, I'm Evan and this is Safety Optional. Today I wanted to show you a new feature that I'm going to do here on Safety Optional. One thing that I've always enjoyed is car shows, watching people work on their various projects, seeing the work that they're doing, seeing the progress that they're making, seeing the breakthroughs that they have, neat tips and tricks that they're figuring out, and watching those shows and watching people fix up old cars. Man, I'd love to do that. And then I realized, wait a minute, I've got one right here that I could be working on. So today I'm going to introduce you guys to my project Jeep. This is a 1990 Jeep Cherokee. I got it when I was 16 and a half after paying my dues driving the old family minivan. With the help of my parents, got this Jeep and I've had it ever since. I got this in 1996. Since I got it, I've put a lot of work into it. It was working on this that I learned how to actually work on cars in the first place. And the cool thing about this Jeep, there are very few aspects of it, very few parts and pieces that I haven't touched or worked on in some form or fashion. The only things I really haven't been through are the transmission and the transfer case. Fortunately, those two parts have served me well and are still going strong. But just kind of going front to back on what I've done to this thing, those of you who are familiar with Jeeps will kind of get a kick out of some of the old school stuff. And yeah, it's pretty bland, pretty benign, but like I said, I did this back when I was building this. I was on a high schooler's and college budget, which meant I had nothing, so I was trying to go as cheap as I possibly could. As you'll see here, this thing is quite a capable wheeler, and I've had a lot of fun with it. And at one point I got out to drive it, and it didn't have any guts. It was just running like crap. And then next time I got in it to drive it, it died. It wouldn't run anymore. And to be quite honest, I didn't really know at the time what the problem was. It took me a little while to think about it and actually put two and two together that it had just sat so long that the gas was bad, and it was just trying to run off varnish. And recently I finally decided to make the commitment to get it back running again. So what I've done so far is I dropped the fuel tank, cleaned it out, bought a new fuel pump and a complete sending unit. Took apart the fuel rail here on the engine, put a new fuel pressure regulator on it, cleaned all the injectors, completely blew out and purged the fuel system, put it all back together. And so now I've got the fuel tank out, new fuel pump to go in it. So in another segment, I will, you'll see me put the fuel tank back together and hopefully get this beast up and running after we kind of go through some measures to get the oil pump primed back up, get oil in it, and where we don't harm the engine. So this is my Jeep sitting in my workshop. It's where all my various projects go to collect dust. But this one won't be collecting dust for forever. I've got some plans for it. The kids are just itching to go wheeling in this thing. So stay tuned. I'll bring you guys with me on the journey as we fix this thing up and take it four-wheeling. Talk it through.